Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, WesTheTech. Welcome to my Tuesday Q&As, all right? It's going to get live today. It's going to be good today. There's a lot going on today. There's a lot of questions that I definitely want to answer today. And, of course, for anybody who asks the best question, you get, as you can see on the screen here, the free ebook, 13 Steps to Jumpstart Your Music Business, all right? With this ebook, you'll actually be able to get all the steps that I actually took to leave my 9-to-5 position so that I could do music full-time like myself. And I basically want the same thing for you guys here. I want you guys to be able to leave that 9-to-5 job so that you can do music full-time, all right? And that ebook will show you the best way to do it. So the best question that gets answered in my chat today, we'll be able to get that as the winner. All right, now guys, this morning has been a little wild. Look, I forgot to turn on the mic jumping into the live. It's just been a crazy day. Instagram and Facebook is actually down right now. They're having connection issues and all sorts of things like that. So even though I'm on IG live, I doubt anybody will see it because I know they're having issues right now, but that ain't gonna stop me from going live anyway, you feel me? But with Facebook and IG being down right now and having all the issues that they're having right now, I felt like it would be a good moment to actually go over something. And it's something that I expressed in my videos before, and it's something that I'm going to continue to express as long as I live when it comes to just being an independent artist and giving you guys, tips and things like that. You guys have to have your own home when it comes to your community, when it comes to your fan base, when it comes to everybody who likes to follow you and pay attention to you as an artist. It is extremely important, especially for days like this, right? Right now, if you're an artist and you only promote your music on Instagram, guess what? You can't do any promoting today. Why? Because they have issues. Same as Facebook as well, right? If you only sell your merchandise on Facebook or Instagram, guess what? You're not getting any sales today. Why? Because they are down right now. This is what happens when you don't have control over your own servers, when you don't have your own home and you're using somebody else's home to run your business. You get what I'm saying? For example, myself right now, right? Even though I do have, I do promote on IG, I do promote on Facebook, I still have my home, and my home is my website. Right? My home is my website. Even though I'm on YouTube live right now, and granted, if YouTube went down, I wouldn't be able to do this right now either. All right. But thankfully, YouTube has had more stability than any other website for decades, for years now. So this is actually the second time Facebook and IG has actually went down within the last, I believe 5 years. It happened again not too long ago. Right. So right now, all of my stuff is on my website. Everything that you can get access to when it comes to me is on my website. My music, all of that stuff is on my website. This is why it's so important to have a website, because you can have your merch, you have everything on your website. I actually get people to sign up to my website, to sign up to my subscriptions in my website, rather than relying on social media alone. Why is this important, you ask? Because look at it. Right now, I'm going on live. Right now, I'm on live. If it wasn't for my email listing that I have accumulated on my website, I wouldn't have been able to send a message out to everybody so that everybody would know. I wouldn't be able to send out my reminders. Don't get me wrong. I typically do post on IG and Facebook, hey, I'm going live today. But I also send out an email directly from my website. Right now, people only got my email. They wasn't able to see it on Instagram. They wasn't able to see it on Facebook, right? This is why it's important to have your own website, your own home, your own email address, all right? Miss Juicy G, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining in on the live. I see you in the chat waving. I'm going to wave back at you. If you have any music industry questions, now is the time to ask, all right? Because if you ask the best question, you'll actually get a free gift on me. Best question gets the free gift, and I already went over the free gift. I'll actually show you guys the free gift again. It is my ebook, 13 Steps to Jumpstart Your Music Business, all right? So best question that is asked today will get this ebook, all right? So yeah, going back to what I was saying, when it comes to being an independent artist, you're basically a business, and as a business, you don't want to rely on Instagram. You don't want to just rely on Facebook for your business. Every business has their own website. So you as an independent artist should have your own website. And I'm so thankful that I do have my website, that I created my own following on my website, on my email listing, so that I was still able to send it out to everybody, and everybody will still be able to know that I'm going on live today. It's a perfect example. All right. You wish you would have had it when days like this happen, but this is another reason why it's so important to have your own website as an independent artist. And of course, still use social media. I'm not saying go against social media and everything like that. You still want to use it, but you need to have a home for your own. You need to have a place on your own website where people could get to your music, get to your merch, and connect with you as an artist. All right. So of course, I'm gonna wait a little bit as more people join in, but I'm definitely gonna start jumping into these questions here. All right. If you're watching, just go ahead, throw something on the chat. Let me know that you're on. Let me know that you're in it. Now on IG Live, I haven't seen anybody jumping yet, but I think it's due to the issues that IG is having. So I'm probably just going to log out of this live right here, because there's no point to have it because of what's going on with IG right now. But it's good. That's what makes YouTube. That's what makes YouTube great. All right. YouTube has always been the pioneer when it comes to stuff like this. You know, to me, YouTube was the first, social media place in a sense. So yeah, we're going to keep rocking with YouTube here. All right. So again, any music industry questions that you guys ask on the live, I'll be able to answer it live for you guys right now. Best question that's asked, get a free gift on me today. All right. Kevin Curry, thank you for joining in. I believe you just asked a question that I'm about to get to it in a minute. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for hopping in on the live. All right. Let me just make sure I got everything situated before I start asking or answering these questions here. Make sure everything's set. And guys, let me know where you guys are actually listening from and watching from. Also, I really want you guys to share your artist page. All right. Share your Spotify page if you want. Share your YouTube page right here on the chat, because I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to follow. And I hope everybody else that's watching and looking at the chat can do it as well. We want to grow as a community. So we're all in this together. Share your pages, share your stuff. I will literally follow it on live right now, and I hope everybody else who's watching and listening in will also follow as well, because follows and things like that is very, very important, especially YouTube when it comes to subscribing. Get your subscribers up. This is the best way to do it. Kevin, you're in Maryland. Nice. I wonder if is it still cold up there? Let me know. Miss Juicy, where you hailing from? Let me know where you're hailing from. Let me know where you're at. All right. And for everybody else joining in, just go ahead and put your music links and stuff like that, so we could help each other out, right, as we go through these questions. So before I get to the YouTube or the questions that I've been collecting over the weeks, all right, when it comes to people who have been commenting on my page, I'm going to answer Kevin's questions here. So the first question is from Kevin Curry, all right, hailing out of Maryland. All right, the question is, what do you think is the best starting point to get your music on independent films? Oh, that's a great question. All right, so when it comes to getting your music on films, all right, what I've noticed, at least with me personally throughout the years, I've noticed that it is easier to get your music on films when you have a personal relationship with anyone who is actually a part of the film. All right, whether it be the music director, one of the producers, or if you contact one of these people and you build a relationship, you talk to them, you send them your music. I think this is always the best way to actually get your music on movies. All right, so speaking on myself, speaking from my own experience, I actually have. Whoa. All right, sorry guys. Didn't mean to leave my phone on live. I hope you guys didn't hear that. I hope it didn't interfere too much. But as I was saying, I actually got my music on 2 different independent films. All right. Now, the only reason I was able to get on those 2 different independent films is because I already had a relationship, right? So with the first person who was doing the film was my cousin. She was actually directing a film. She needed music for it, and she reached out to me in regards to it. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be on IMDb right now. I am on IMDb as a music director, I have a soundtrack, everything on IMDb right now because of my cousin actually making a film. You know, she's big time. She's in film. She knew I did music. She reached out to me, and that's what happened there. But the second one, I actually contacted the music director, and because I noticed what he was trying to create, and I noticed that I had music that kind of fit with his movie. So I contacted him, I sent him some demos, and long story short, I ended up getting my music on his as well. So that's the easiest way. Getting yourself out there, networking, building relationships. And in my opinion, that will always be the best way, because at the end of the day, they will always come back to you. They will always know you. You will always have that relationship. So you could always go back. Anytime they're working on something else, they could work with you. But if you don't have any of those relationships yet and you're trying to find another way to do it, Kevin, I'm going to give you a couple of tips and a couple of places that you can go. All right. So one place that you want to definitely check out is taxi.com. All right. Well, I believe it's taxi.com. Let me make sure. Hold on. Taxi Music. Because I haven't. Okay, here it is. Okay, so it is taxi.com. All right, so taxi.com is a website where you could actually submit your music to, right? Actually, I didn't explain that the best way. All right, so essentially what taxi.com is, they are the middleman. All right, they are the middleman between you as an independent artist and music A&R people with movies and TV shows and things like that. All right, these are networks that they have got placements for, and they basically help you find placements with films and TVs. And you see, as it says, film and TV music supervisors. Right now, the downside to Taxi is that there is a fee. There is an annual fee. I believe it's like $300 to have it. All right. But once you're a part of it and once you become a member of it, right, you'll actually be able to submit your music. So if we go to submit music here, right, and you pick your genre of music. For me, of course, I'm all hip hop, right? So let's just say, for the sake of argument, Kevin, you do hip hop, right? So you pick your genre of music, boom, hip hop, right? These are the different gigs, right? So mainstream female rap with attitude, need for major label, AR executive, right? Join to submit, right? We have stuff here, UK licensing for film and TV placement, right? All of these are different placements that you can have, film, TV, and commercial placements. These are all of the different just opportunities that's available. Latin hip hop songs with male and female vocals needed, right? Now, I do have a video that I explain Taxi even further, the pros and the cons to it. But this is one thing that you could look into when you're looking at to maybe getting your placements on movies and television. Now, if you want to look at something that isn't as costly as taxi.com, Kevin, then you could also look at Music Gateway. Look, it just came right up. It was in my mind. Music Gateway is also a great place. Now, what I like about Music Gateway is it's not as expensive as Taxi, right? I think it's only like maybe like $30 a month, or I don't remember the actual price of it, but it's definitely not as expensive as Taxi. But as you can see here, they have syncing opportunities, right? I'm logging into mine. They have syncing opportunities right here. You can literally click on syncing opportunities, right? And you have to, of course, upload your song. You get the pro. I don't remember how much it costs, but trust me, it's a lot cheaper than Taxi. And they have briefs, right? There's no briefs right now, but when they do have briefs, the briefs show you, it's like, hey, we're looking for hip hop music for this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be, right? You can submit your music right to it. As you can see, the song that I was just playing in the background right now, The GOAT, that's this song right here, The GOAT. That's one of my songs. You see how it says accepted? This was actually accepted from Music Gateway to actually submit to that briefing, all right? So this is another great place. Let me see if it could show you past brief. Okay, here we go. Look, this is a past one that ended. right? So this was a brief for 90s R&B. All right, what is the project budget? Urgent, and they even show you what type of music they're looking for, right? So you could already, test it and see, okay, this, if I play this song and this song is similar to what the music I make, this is a good place to submit to as an R&B artist, right? And then you could obviously, if you get it, you get it. The great thing about these things is that this is that type of revenue that you literally get forever if it's like a show or something, or a movie that keeps playing over and over and over, right? Jazzy Jeff is still getting money, and Will Smith for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they're still airing it, even if it's on TV Land and everything. Every time that thing plays, they're getting paid for it. Anytime your music and stuff gets played in film, TV, you will always get paid for it. So it's definitely something you definitely want to tap into, Kevin. Those are two great places you could start, taxi.com or Music Gateway. But like I said, me personally, the fastest way that I have gotten success when it comes to getting my music placed is getting to know people. All right. And I'll give you guys one more thing, one more piece of advice, Kev. One more piece of advice. You can literally go to imdb.com. And I'm not sure if you have to pay for it, but let's say you make hip hop music, right? And you've been watching I don't know, BMF, right? BMF and you've been watching that show, right? And you're like, "Yo, my music would be so good on this show." Well, what you could actually do is you could actually go here on the IMDb, because IMDb will literally show you everybody who's involved with the show. See? So I go to all cast and crew. And all you basically want to look for is the music director or the music executive, whoever is in charge of the music. So let's see if we can find, this is all story, written by, that's all story, writing credits. Those are, of course, the actors. There's an easier way to search the music people, but okay, let me see if it's down here. Series production. All right, boom, right here, series music by. You see this right here? You could now click on this, and this is the person. All you got to do is get in contact with this person. They're part of the music department for BMF, right? Now, the cool thing about IMDb, I believe if you pay, like, they have a monthly thing that you could pay, and it's not much. It's not much at all, all right? But look, you see contact info? Let's click on contact info. Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, this is what I was saying here. Okay, see, I'm not a member of IMDb. I'm on IMDb. I'm not a member, but you could pay to be a member, and when you pay to be a member, how much is it? See, it's $20 a month, so it's not crazy. But you could pay to be a member, and once you pay to be a member, you'll actually be able to see their contact information. So you could email them or call their agent or get in touch with them personally. These are like the easiest ways to get your music in placement, because you're not submitting to like taxi.com or musicgateway.com with a bunch of other people, right? You're literally contacting the person yourself and getting a hold of them and building that relationship with them. So I hope that answered your question, Kevin. I hope if it did answer your question, just let me know if you heard all of that and anything like that. And I just seen your tag here at KC Lazarus. Is that your Instagram tag? Is that your YouTube tag? Where is that? Because I'm going to definitely go ahead and follow you. And that was a great question, Kevin. That was a great question. All right, now I'm going to get to some more questions that I see on the chat here. It shows here Miss Juicy G has some questions here. So your question is, I've been promoting independent artists on Instagram, Save America Music, for 2 years now, and it's been very slow growing. I found that paying to boost posts on IG is a complete scam. Save America Music. I think I know you. Well, listen. Okay, well, big shout out to Miss Juicy G. If I think I know who you are, I believe we're following each other, and I believe you share a lot of my stuff. So first and foremost, Miss Juicy G, thank you for sharing my stuff. As a Christian hip hop artist, it's hard to get our music out there sometimes. So I truly, truly appreciate everything that you're actually doing on your page, regardless how many people are actually following it and things like that, right? Now, I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you joined in. I'm glad you've actually here to check out my YouTube live. And yes, it is you. Yes. I'm so happy to actually meet you in a way. You don't get what I'm saying? But okay, so yes, boosting posts on IG, a complete scam. Yes, I would say it's not necessarily a complete scam, but I see what you mean by that. The thing with Instagram and the thing with Facebook and the thing with TikTok, as well as YouTube Reels in a sense, all right? When it comes to all of that stuff, Instagram, YouTube, all of those places, they promote consistency. They don't promote numbers, all right? And what I mean by that is you have to be not only consistently releasing stuff, consistently posting, which Save America Music, you are consistently posting, but you have to have a consistency in views to comments to likes, right? So, for example, you can pay for views, right? You could say, I'm gonna put some money towards views and or put some money towards likes. So you have like 10,000 views, then you have like 10,000 likes, but you have 3 comments, right? The system isn't going to register that as legit because the ratio doesn't make sense. How do you have 10,000 views, 10,000 likes, but only 3 comments? You should at least have more comments than that. Granted, not everybody who likes and views something comments on it, but the math isn't math. And especially if you have 10,000 views and 10,000 likes and only 3 people commented, that's going to automatically register to the system that it's not legitimate views and legitimate likes, which a lot of those companies that offer views and likes are. Typically, when it's more organic, the numbers aren't as high, but you build more traction because there's actually real people who are seeing it, right? When you actually do your promos through IG yourself and you actually pay for it, right? If you pay for IG is going to push the following. Now, IG, you're not going to get the same numbers that you would with those fake ones, but the reason those numbers are so high is because they're fake. The real ones is you're not going to get as much, but you'll have them for a lot longer because they're real followers. I did a ad one time on IG specifically directing it to people who like Christian hip hop music, and I gained followers from it. I gained views. I gained comments from it, right? I gained all of those things from it. It wasn't as high as maybe if someone were to use the fake stuff, but I still have a lot of those followers. They still look at my things and things like that. So it's one of those things. It's there's no quick way to success in a sense. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it says it in the scriptures itself, like never, Galatians 6:9, not to get too biblical for everybody, but Galatians 6:9, never grow weary of doing good, for in the proper time you shall receive a harvest, right? So never grow weary of doing good. I internalize that as do everything the right way. As long as you do everything the right way, eventually the harvest will come, right? It's one of my favorite verses. It's kind of one of the verses that I'm really in this season about. So, yeah, I'm not trying to cheat, not trying to do any fast tracking. I'm just trying to do it the right way so that when I get my harvest stays here for good. You get what I'm saying? So I hope that helped answer your question, Miss Juicy G, aka Save America Music. And y'all should go follow that page as well. It's literally at Save America Music. Definitely go follow that there. And Miss Juicy, can you actually type that into the chat as well so people can have that as well, because it is a great page and there's a lot of the artists that you promote on here is really, really dope, especially for Christian hip hop music. So for sure. And I see your responses here. You make great content that helps me help other artists. Praise God. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Kevin, I see you as well. I see your response as well. I appreciate you guys so much for joining in. And most def, I'm here to help. And again, any more questions, just add them in. Best question gets the free ebook. I'm going to show you guys again. Actually, I have a physical copy here. Let me show you. This is a physical copy of my book, The 13 Steps to Jumpstart start your music business. All right. I do have physical copies, but they're more expensive, which is why I don't, typically promote them much. But if you want the ebook, which you could I could email it to you today, you'll be able to read everything free. Best question will win the ebook version of my book here. And yeah, as far as I've heard so far, I've done this live. I started it this year, but every week that I have done it, somebody new has won an ebook, and I have been getting great reviews about it and things like that, and it's really been able to help a lot of people. So best question that gets asked here, we'll get that for sure. We'll get that for sure. And let's see here. Self-improvement. Thank you for joining in all the way from India. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Now I guess this live has just became international. All right. So welcome. Thank you for joining in. Go ahead and ask your music industry questions. Just type it into the chat, and I'm here to help you guys as independent artists. All right. But now I'm going to move on to the actual some of the questions that I seen came up this week. So I want to go over a couple of those because some of those were really great questions as well. So let me pull them up here and see what we got. Okay, so the first question is was a comment that was commented on my video that I did for the new sign up fees for BMI and ASCAP. All right, now it was from Miras Thera. I hope I said that right. All right, with nice purple hair. Dope. And the question is, hold up. So if I'm already a BMI member, do I still have to pay the $70 or am I grandfathered? All right. So essentially what she's referring to is that BMI was free for a long time, but now there's a $70 fee to sign up for BMI. If you are a member, you do not have to worry. To answer the question, you do not have to worry about that $70 sign-up fee. All right, that is for anyone new who is trying to sign up for it. So yes, you are in fact grandfathered in, and either way, it's a one-time fee. So even for those of you who sign up for it now and pay that $70, you'll never have to pay for it again. It's a one-time fee, and it's the same thing for ASCAP as well. Right now, ASCAP is free. But before ASCAP was $90, so they kind of switched places. BMI was free, ASCAP you had to pay. Now the roles are reversed. But even with ASCAP, it being free now, obviously you can sign up for it and you won't have to pay that fee anytime. It was just a one-time fee to become a member. All right, so that's to answer that question right now. And I see some more questions are loading up in the chat. So guys, keep asking. And I'm going to answer the second question here before I go back to the chat. All right, so this was actually from Turquoise. Turquoise. I hope I said it right, but it's so it reads, thanks so much, but what if there are other writers on the song and I only have one person's info and don't know the rest as the music producer on the track? How do I go about registering and making the percentage up to 100? All right. So what I'm assuming, I believe this question was asked when it comes to registering your music on either BMI or ASCAP, because as an independent artist, you want to make sure that you are registering your music, because if you don't register your music, you'll be missing out on a lot of loyalties, right? I said loyalties, but royalties. You'll be missing out on a lot of royalties. So you want to make sure that you have everything submitted the right way. Well, to answer this question, obviously, if you don't know the person's information, there is a way to get it, especially when you're dealing with music producers. All right, if you, let's say, got your music or your beat off of YouTube, right, and you lease the beat, in the leasing agreement, the music producer's name will be in there. All right, matter of fact, I know I went over something like this last week, but I'll just go over it. I'll go over it again for this particular question. Let me actually just pull up. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my music really quickly and pull up a leasing agreement just to show you guys really quick. Boom. These are my song. Okay, here. All right, so here's a leasing agreement right here, right? So in this leasing agreement, this is something that you would obviously get if you actually bought the beat or leased the beat from the producer. All right. I actually got this beat from beatstar.com, but as you can see, this is the name of the producer right here, right in the leasing agreement. All right. Not only does it show that, but it also shows the use of the beat, and it also shows what you have to put in when it comes to registration. All right. What the percentages that you have to split, right? So in this case, I had to split it between myself, and I had to split it between these two people. Now, I believe these two people together made the beat. It was a collaboration beat. They worked together to make the beat. So it tells you exactly how much percentage that you have to give them when it right in the leasing agreement. Now, if you did not actually purchase the beat, and you just decided to use it, then you are in fact doing something illegal. All right. So of course you might still be able to submit it. BMI and ASCAP may still be able to accept it. But if for any reason the producer finds out, they have a right to sue you. And this is a real thing. This has happened many times in music history. All right. And this has even happened to very, very big people. All right. I remember one of the biggest ones that to this day I still remember is when basically Jay-Z and Timberland and their whole camp got sued for was it Big Pimpin'? Yeah, got sued for Big Pimpin' because of the flute that was playing. The flute that was playing was actually a sample from an Indian group way in India, and I believe Self-Improvement is from India, so you may remember this as well. But it was a flute that was played from a group that was in India. They never asked them about it. They never said anything about it. They used the sample, and obviously that song was a big success. Well, guess what? Those people came, they sued, and they absolutely won the case because they had no right to use it without getting their approval first. This is one of the reasons I don't use samples and things like that. When I make my beats, I make them from scratch because I'm trying to avoid any issues like that. And if I do decide to use a sample, I need to make sure I get permission first. If I don't get permission, I'm not using it, right? Again, that goes back to Galatians 6:9, right? Make sure you do never grow weary of doing good, right? You know that you don't own it. You know that you didn't make that beat. The proper credit needs to be going to the right people, and you have to do things the right way. All right. So I hope that answered that question for that person for that question that was asked me. And I wanted to save that and show you guys that question because that question is asked a lot. So there you go on that. So now let me see here what else I got. Self-improvement. I hope you got a question. I would love to answer it, but make sure you write that. All right, let's see. So here's another question from Kev. All right, I hope it doesn't bother you that I call you Kev. All right, but let me see. And I think you put your tag here. So actually, before I continue, let me make sure I do what I said I'm going to do. So I don't know if that's your Instagram tag. I know Instagram is weird right now. So let me see if it'll allow me to search you and actually add you. Kevin _ Lazarus. Yeah. Okay, got you, Kevin Curry. I got you, bro. I'm following you now. Boom, just followed you. Got you. I like that hat, man. Okay, boom, got you followed. All right. Anyone else, make sure you put your tags and stuff so I can follow you. Definitely follow back, everything like that. And everybody, and y'all follow each other, man. Follow each other. We're all a community, right? Okay, so to answer your next question here, Kevin, so you said here, as an inspirational hip hop musician, all right, that needs more experience on how tours business. All right. I guess you're referring to tours. What would you suggest for serving another artist on tours to help God's work and grow in the kingdom assignment? Okay, so this is great. That's a great question, Kevin. And obviously touring is an amazing thing. Touring is a great thing. All right. When it comes to the aspect of touring, I'll be honest, I have never gone on a tour before. I have never done a tour. It is something that I am planning to do at some point, hopefully in the near future. All right. I have been doing research on it. I have been looking at a lot of different things when it comes to touring, but essentially it all comes down to finding gigs, right? So essentially, you have to be able to find any gigs, any open mics, any places that you can go to actually perform. And you have to basically align your tour dates, so to speak, along those different opportunities, right? So it's going to take a lot of research because you got to see what venues, what things are happening, where you want to go. I've seen artists do a small tour just within their state, right? So I'm in the state of Florida. I've seen someone do a tour from Miami to Orlando to Tallahassee to Gainesville, right? Then to Tampa and back to Miami, right? But they made sure that they had shows in place for all of those places, right? That's essentially what the big artists do. They find the venues, they find the places, they find the different events that they know that they're going to be a part of, and they schedule their travel around it. So that is as far as I know how tours are done. I'm, being an independent artist, obviously, when you're part of a record labels do all of that themselves, right? They find the venues, they pay for it and all of that stuff, and you just got to come and perform or hop on the bus and they take you where you need to go. But as an independent artist, you kind of have to work it a little bit differently, all right? But that's as much information as I could give you on that right now. But the more information I do get, of course, I'm sure at some point I'll be making a video on it. Because on my videos, or on my channel and stuff like that, I love to help you guys out. So the more I'll find out about it, I'll make a video on it. The reason I haven't done a video on it yet is because I haven't done it myself yet, and I haven't gotten enough information on it, and I don't want to give you guys information that I haven't tried myself, or let you guys know to do something that I haven't done myself. All right, my integrity is very, very important to me, so I'm only going to give you things that works. By the way, because I am speaking on that, I forgot here. One of the questions was asking, I know I did mention taxi.com. I think I did do a video on that. So here's my channel here, guys, my YouTube channel. All right. Anytime that you have maybe a certain question and you want to know if I've actually made a video for it, because I know I have a lot of videos. I have over 400, right? You could just hit this little search icon here, all right, and type in what you're looking for, all right? I believe I made a video for taxi. So let me just check on taxi, and let me see. I didn't. I could have sworn I did one on taxi. Well, here's a video. Should I use Syncer for filming and TV? So that's something that's very similar. I could have sworn I did a video on taxi. Okay. Let me just put film and TV, and then I'll send that to you, Kevin, so you could look at that, because I know that was your question. Let me just search film and TV and see everything. Should I use Syncer? Should I use BMI? I know that Syncer will probably be a good one. Oh, you know what? Let me do sync, because that's essentially what you're referring to. You're referring to syncing. So what happened here? Okay, sync. Go. There we go. All right. So I'm going to share. Let's see. Should I use Syncer? So I'll share this one with you, Kevin, because Syncer is another place as well. All right, so I'm going to share it on the chat right now. This is a good place that you could also get placements as well. It's just like Music Gateway that I showed you earlier. But there is one that I did on taxi. If I haven't done it yet, then I guess I can do it. If I haven't done one on taxi yet, I'll do it this week. I'll make sure to get it done this week. I'll have it done this week, and that'll be my tech tip for this week. All right. If I haven't done it, but I could have sworn I did it, but I guess I haven't done it. Or maybe I have done it and I just haven't released it yet. All right. But I'm going to look into that for you, get it released, and I'll make sure to share that with you, especially since I'm following you now on IG. All right. So I'm sorry, I could have sworn I had it, but I'll find it. All right, so now I see the next question is again from Miss Juicy G. Do you think my page would do better on Facebook or TikTok, or should I just stick to Instagram? Oh, that's a great question. That's a great question. TikTok is very, very difficult, right? Especially for pages like that. I think honestly, I think you're doing good on. I think you're doing good on Instagram. What I would recommend though, I would recommend that you actually do all of them. All right. I think it's important to have your social to be using your social media effectively through all of them. All right. And let me see. I guess the reason I say that is because you never know where a video will perform. All right. And let me take a moment to kind of show you what I mean by that. All right. So let's go to my shorts, right? We're gonna go to one of my shorts here. There was a short that I did, a reel that I did a while back, not too long ago, but it was last year. And as soon as I find it, I will show you. Boom, boom. I don't want to take too much time, but I got to show you guys this because this is probably the why it's so important to never underestimate where. Okay, so this reel right here, what trusting God looks like. I have my music playing behind it, all right, and I ended up posting it everywhere, right? So as you can see on YouTube Shorts, YouTube Reels, where you could obviously post as well, just like it would be TikTok, I got 19K views on it on YouTube. That was one of the highest that I've gotten on a reel on YouTube, right? If I go to my TikTok, it was very little. On TikTok, I think it was like 300 or something, right? Instagram, let me see if I could show you on my Instagram. The same, literally the same exact video. As you can see, it did 19K on YouTube. Let's see what it's gonna do on Instagram. On Instagram, that same reel, let's see if we could find it. Go through my reels really quickly here. Is it gonna load up more? Okay, it's loading up more. Okay, great. I'm almost to it. I'm almost there. I'll know it when I see it. We're just about there. Did I pass? Right here. All right. So same exact video. All right. I hope you guys are paying attention. Same exact video, only 4,000 views on IG, right? 4,000 views on IG. So far, it hit the highest place it hit was 19 on YouTube. All right. The last place I'm going to show you is Facebook, right? Same exact reel, right? Same exact reel. We're not changing a thing. I'm showing you the same exact reel. I'm going to show you this same exact reel now, what it actually did on Facebook, right? So reels, we're going to go reels. And typically I don't have many views on Facebook. You know, as you can see, my numbers, they're not high, but it still doesn't stop me from posting. I post everywhere, and the reason I post everywhere is because of this video right here. Once I get to that same video, you'll see exactly what I mean. I'm almost to it. Where is it? Almost there, guys. Almost there. Just a few more. I don't know. Boom. I don't know if you guys can see this number, but this is 1.8 million views. I actually went viral with that video on Facebook. This is what I mean by posting everywhere. You never know where it's going to come from. You never know which social media platform it's going to blow up on, right? If I just told myself I'm just going to post it on IG, I would only got those 4,000 views and that would be it, right? If I just did it on Instagram and TikTok, that would have only totaled what? TikTok, it was like 300, IG was 4,000. But because I also posted it on YouTube, I got 19K views from there. And because I also posted it on Facebook, I got 1.8 million views, right? So I post them all at the same time, at the same day, with the same hashtags, the same everything. I didn't promote anything. I didn't put any money towards anything. I just posted the same post on all of my platforms. I do it every day. I post the same post on all platforms. And this one just so happened blew up on IG, right? So that's why I always tell artists, anytime you're promoting, don't just pick one. Do all of them. You never know where it's going to come from. You never know where it's going to pop off from. This is a perfect example. I got other videos that YouTube was the one that was the highest viewed. I got others that TikTok was the highest. It varies, and honestly and truly, it's annoying. I'm not going to lie to you guys because you don't know where it's going to come from. But I rather just post it everywhere. And wherever it works is wherever it works. Not to get too biblical again, but there's something in the scriptures that says that, you throw your seeds out there everywhere, and some it'll dry up, some it'll hit on concrete and dry, some it'll fall in water, and some it will fall on good planted ground, and then something will grow from it, right? But in order for that to happen, you got to kind of scatter it everywhere, right? So I use that same concept when it comes to marketing. I scatter my videos everywhere. If you see my post on IG and you're following me anywhere else, you're going to see it again. You're going to see it again because I post everywhere. So I hope that's some advice for everybody who's watching, right? You never know where it will go. And I will tell you this, because it did go viral on Facebook, there were so many streams that accumulated from it, not from Facebook, just people who actually saw the reel, liked the song, and actually started listening to the song and went to go add the song to their playlist. And the song I'm referring to is Feeling Like David. It's right now it's my most popular song because that went viral, right? I got so many Shazams because of it, right? Shazam is when people hear the music for the first time, they use the app to see who made the song and where they could get it, right? It got Shazammed a bunch of times. It got downloaded. People bought it. It went crazy just for that moment because I decided to post it everywhere, right? So I can't stress that enough. It's something I tell every single one of my clients when it comes to marketing. That's probably the biggest key to marketing that I could give anybody is make sure you're posting it everywhere, right? And when I mean everywhere, I literally mean IG, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Post it everywhere. The same reel form. You can put that on your YouTube shorts. You can put it on your IG. You can put it on your TikTok, and you can put it on your Facebook reels. All right. So I hope that helped you. I hope that inspired you, Miss Juicy G. Trust me, it works. It definitely works. I advise you to do the same thing. All right. The proof is in the pudding. All right. I hope that answered your question for you there. All right. And now I'm going to go answer another question. I know we're running out of time here, but I'm going to answer a couple more questions before we get going. All right. What's going on, Chris? Thank you for joining in. I see that little high on the bottom. All right. Thank you for joining in. If you have any music industry questions, now is the time to ask. The best question gets a prize. All right. And that prize is my ebook. Remember, there is a cost to my ebook, but the best question that gets asked today on the live will get that ebook for free. All right. So definitely ask your question. Get all your questions in before I have to go. Okay. Now, going back to the questions that I have from the comments, let's see what we got. So the next question is, all right, this was put on Best Music Distribution Service, and the question was, is there a video out here that explains after you are done with making the music, what to add to file or how to format your music file for distro, how to publish? Okay. I believe that the question that's being asked, and this was from Daily Beats, I think he's asking me a question as far as what is the best format of actually distributing your music after the music is done. All right. So to answer this question directly, the best format is WAV format. That is the absolute best version of the song that you want to actually submit to your distribution company, whoever your distribution company is. It's called a WAV file, WAV. All right. Don't do an MP3. Don't do any of those other ones. Just keep it as WAV. The reason I say that is because the WAV file is typically a bigger file, but it's not as compressed. All right. And what that means is because, not to get too scientific and too music engineering or music science wise, the file is bigger, which means that there's more things to do. There's more things to separate when it comes to the different music. So when you're submitting to your music distributor and it goes to Spotify, it goes to Apple Music, they all kind of adjust it a little bit to fit on their platforms, right? If they get an MP3, you can't adjust it as well as you could if you had the WAV file. So the type of file that you always want to upload is a WAV file. So if you get your song mixed and mastered from a music engineer, a mixing and mastering engineer, and they gave you an MP3, you need to let them know that you need a wave master file, because that's the one that you're going to upload. That's the one that's going to give you the best quality and the best results after you actually upload your music to your music distribution site. All right. So I hope I answered that question for Daily Beats there. All right, I see your comment here, Chris. A big fan. I started watching you like 2 days ago. Oh, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the love. Thank you for joining in. And of course, like I said, if you got any music industry questions, now is the time to ask, because I'm here to help you guys out. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. I remember I actually started doing this, I think 2 years ago or something like that, 2 or 3 years ago. And I realized that there was just so much information that I was learning. And I realized that there wasn't anywhere my artists were asking me the same questions. When I say my artists, I run a recording studio. I'm actually in my studio right now. I run a recording studio, right? I'm a Christian hip hop artist myself, and I have clients who come in here and they're always asking me all of these questions, and sometimes it's the same questions. And I'm like, yo, I got so tired of answering the same questions. I just started making videos and sending them like, here's the video. I made a video. I put it on YouTube. Check it out. And then I started realizing that a lot of people were watching the videos, and I'm like, you know what? A lot of people are asking these questions. Let me actually dedicate my channel to answering music industry questions outside of just my music and everything like that. Because like I said, I'm an artist myself. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this whole time, and I'm glad that it's been able to help a lot of people. And I truly appreciate your kind words. And I think you have a question. What do you think about King Von? I believe King Von was the one who passed away. I think it's very, very sad. If I'm thinking about the person you're talking about, I believe he passed away, and I think that is one of the biggest issues when it comes to just music in general. Now granted, being on earth and dealing with all of the things that we have to deal with the flesh, it's hard to be an artist when you're like, how should I say? If you promote certain things in your music, and it's hard to not receive certain things because of that, right? So it works two ways, all right? And I know this may be a little off topic, when it comes to music industry tips. The question was a little off topic as well, but I'm feeling in my spirit that I should speak on this. So I make Christian hip hop music, for example, right? My music glorifies God. I am a Christian, right? I live my life as a Christian. When I make my music, I'm talking about my own life. I'm not a pastor or anything like that. I'm not super biblical or anything like that in the scriptures. I'm not, calling you to the altar or anything like that, even though I feel like everybody should, right? That's just the life that I live. So that's the life that I talk about in my music. Now, the attention that I get and the energy that I get reflects that. I get positive energy. I get praises. People appreciate what I do. You get what I'm saying? People treat me better. People have a level of respect for me, and all of these things come with it, right? Let's take the flip side of that. Now, if I'm making music that glorifies my lifestyle, and let's say my lifestyle isn't the most positive lifestyle, right? I understand we all come from certain circumstances. I came from those circumstances too, right? I may sound like this, but this is not how I talk all the time. You get what I'm saying? So I come from those places too. I've come from the gutter, so I chose against it, but there's others who don't. Now, if that's your lifestyle, that's your lifestyle. I get it. Right? But now you make music that reflects that lifestyle. Everything that comes with that lifestyle is going to come with that. You get what I'm saying? If you're talking about drugs, if you're talking about women, and you're talking about doing all of these things in the streets going to come to you. It's just that simple. You talk about the streets, you live in the streets going to come. And we know what comes from the streets. You get what I'm saying? So it's a pro and a con. It goes down to that. Reap what you sow, right? That can be good, that can be bad. It just all depends on what you decide to sow, right? So it's unfortunate. I hate seeing anybody pass away very, very young. I think it hurts my soul anytime I see things like that. Especially, you don't give a person time to mature, because he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? I say a kid because I'm 37. You know, he's a kid. You know, there's a lot of, you know, X was a kid. You know, Juice WRLD was a kid. A lot of them are kids. Of course, there's different circumstances that led to their passing, but these are kids. You know, when I was their age, I didn't have it all together neither. So I'm not gonna sit here and talk like I'm holier than thou or anything like that. You know, but I think they were robbed of the opportunity to mature, to get to a place that they probably could have ended up. You know, you get what I'm saying? But either way, if you rep that lifestyle, if you live in that lifestyle, there are consequences that come with that lifestyle. You gotta be ready for it, you know. And I'll leave it at that. All right, but good question. You know, I don't know. I guess something in my spirit felt that I needed to speak on it. You know, that's how I move. So I hope I brought some clarity to that, Chris. And yeah, that's it right there. So I'll answer one more question here. All right. And that is one of the questions on the comments. Let's see what I have. I appreciate you. No problem. Again, I appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you're doing. Again, y'all, for Kevin and everybody else on here, you guys should definitely follow Save America Music. All right. Actually, she promotes a lot of positive music. All right. It doesn't have to be strictly Christian based, but she definitely focuses on promoting positive music. So definitely check out her page. Show her some love as well. All right, because she's doing a great thing for the community and great thing for our people. You get what I'm saying? So here's the last question here. I'll do this question and then we'll wrap up here. So last question is, but what about platforms like Fiverr that require you to fill out a W-9 form and classify your tax info, whether individual tax info or business tax info? What do you recommend? And they were asking this question, and the question was actually asked by Robbie Newell, and the question was commented on my video, should you get an LLC for your music business? Okay, so when you get an LLC for your music business, you make your music business official. It's actually one of the things that are in the steps of my book here, the 13 Steps to Jumpstart Your Music Business, all right? You cannot have a music business if you don't make it official. The only way to make it official is by making it an official company, right? So essentially, you make it into an LLC, a limited liability company. And in the book, I talk more about it, of course. So if you want to know more about that, definitely get the ebook, even if you don't win it today. But the question was asked about Fiverr. Obviously, Fiverr is for freelancers. You could pay them to do certain things for you, to promote your music for you, to make music videos for you, and to do a lot of different things for you. But the question was in pertaining to that, and it sounds like they're basically trying to figure out, how do they register or file out the W-9 form on Fiverr? Well, if you have an LLC, you would do it as the business. You use the business tax info, and you use your EIN number, which is the number that you get when you have a business, all right? And you would fill it out that way if you have an LLC. Now, if you don't have an LLC yet, then you would do it as an individual, as a regular person, and you'll use your your Social Security number instead of your EIN number, right? So if you don't have the LLC yet, you can't do the because you don't have an EIN, right? So to answer that question, without the LLC, you can't fill out things as a business. You just can't, because you need that EIN number, right? If you don't, now once you do get the LLC, once you do incorporate and actually become an actual business, then you could fill out everything as a business. But until then, you will have to fill it out individually as an independent person, as a person by yourself, and not as a business. All right. Now, of course, there's so much more that I could go on that, but you know, I definitely don't want to take too much of you guys' time. But what I will do is I will share this link to that video. All right, for those of you who haven't actually built an LLC or want information about it, I'm actually share a video that I did on that. All right, so let me just pull that up here. Let me go to my channel, and I'm gonna share that in the comment section here, so you guys could actually take a look at that. Again, all you got to do is go search LLC. All right, should I get an LLC for my music business? That's, you know, basically the question. But in this, I'm putting it on the chat here. In here, I'll talk everything about it. All right. Everything that you need to know about it, everything about it. All right. When I think it's the ideal time to get an LLC as an independent artist, and this, that, and the third. All right. So guys, definitely check out that video for those of you guys who are listening now. And for anyone who's rewatching it, all right, it's in the chat comments. I pasted it there. All right, so definitely check out that video in regards to that, where I actually talk about that. All right, so we're wrapping up here. Of course, you know, I thank everybody for actually joining into the live, everybody for all of the great questions. All right, let me see here. Okay, cool. Miss Juicy, I'm following you now, looking to build more music relationships with like-minded souls, grace and peace. Oh, yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. See, this is what community is, guys. This is air hug. Yeah. This is what community is, right? This is us growing together. This is us building with each other. I love that. I love that just happened right there. Praise God to all of that. All right, but definitely want to let you guys know, of course, you know, when it comes to my page, I guess, you know what, let me pick the winner first. I think I know who the winner is now. Typically, when it comes to me picking the winner, all right, I always go for the question that sparks me to either make a video or sparks me to talk about it even more. All right, so I'm actually going to the winner of this particular live stream is actually going to be, drum roll, Kevin Curry. All right, so the reason that you are winning the ebook here, the 13 steps to jumpstart your music business, the reason you are winning this is because of the question that you asked about getting your movies on film and TV, right? And I thought I did a video on taxi, but I didn't. It made me want to look for it, and now that's the only thing I'm thinking about. I'm like, I got to get this video out. So if I haven't done the video out, I'm going to do it. All right, and it is going to be the upcoming video, but you have to win that because you sparked another tech tip out of me to get it done, right? So congratulations to you, Kev. What I want you to do is I want you to actually follow me on IG. All right, send me a message on IG. I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to send you everything that you need in order for you to be able to download it and go over it. Now, I just have one request. The only request I have is that after you actually read it, I would very, very much like your review on it and what you think about it, because I've had it for a few years now. I definitely want to make more things, more books, all right? And I'm really just collecting data and reviews right now, so I understand what's the next book that I need to make for you guys out there, all right? So that's my only request. Make sure you follow me on IG and message, DM me on there so we could do that. I believe I already followed you on IG here, but make sure you follow me back so we could do that, all right? And lastly, guys, I definitely want to let you guys, always remind you guys about my membership club, all right? Of course, with my membership club, I have the there's so many perks that's included with it, including priority replies to comments, members only exclusive walkthrough videos, and free month-to-month music business coaching sessions. And all you got to do is click that little join button right under my video here. All right, right under any video that you're watching, there's a little join button. You click that join button, and with that join button, you'll see all the different perks that's associated with the different levels. All right, and obviously, who's ever a member, you'll have those perks, and you'll be able to access those specific things if you want more of a one-on-one approach to the music business coaching. All right, so I thank you all for tuning in. All right, I appreciate you guys so much. Sorry for the little hiccup in the beginning, but we got everything squared away. You guys had some great questions. All right, I hope I was able to help you guys out, and of course, I'll see you guys next Tuesday, same time, noon. See you guys next Tuesday. Peace out. Later.